Hello friends, myself Viscous. Today we are going to see Neet physics paper of 2022, total or complete solution of physics paper. Here is first question, match list 1 with list 2. In list 1 electromagnetic waves are given, in list 2 wavelengths are given. Okay, AM radio waves, microwaves, infrared radiations and X-rays. Here are the wavelengths. From these waves, AM waves have the largest wavelength. Largest wavelength from the given values is second number 10 raised to 2. Microwaves have some less wavelength than radio waves. And second largest wavelengths are 10 raised to minus 2 in third number. Infrared radiations have third number wavelength range C 10 raised to minus 4, fourth one, and smallest wavelength is of X-rays. X-rays have smallest wavelength. Smallest wavelength in 10 raised to minus 10 meter. It is in first number. Okay. Option is fourth option. Keep in mind, AM radio waves have largest wavelength, smaller wavelength in microwaves, infrared radiation, smallest wavelength is of X-rays. Okay. Come to the next question. Ideal gas undergoes 4 different processes from the same initial state as shown in figure below. These processes are adiabatic process, isothermal process, isobaric process, isoporic process. First of all, we will see these processes are for which? Adiabatic process. Adiabatic process means the process which undergoes if there is no exchange of heat. Next one is isothermal process. Isothermal process at constant temperature. Process at constant temperature. Process which undergoes at constant temperature, it is called isothermal process. Next one is isobaric process. The process which undergoes at constant pressure. And last one is isoporic process. The process which undergoes at constant volume. See in the graph, fourth one process, straight line. What is constant? Pressure is constant. Pressure constant. It is isobaric process. First one, straight line parallel to y-axis. What is constant? Volume constant. Isoporic process. We have to find adiabatic process and isothermal process. This is isothermal process. Third one is isothermal process and second one is adiabatic process. Our option is second number. Okay. Come to the next point. Angular speed of flywheel moving with uniform angular acceleration changes from 1200 rpm to 3120 rpm in 16 seconds. Angular acceleration in radian per second square. Angular speed n1 is equals to frequency. Frequency is given rpm. We have to find this frequency in rps or hertz. rps, revolutions per second, 1200 per second divided by 60 is equal to 20 rps. Next one is second frequency is 3120 rpm. 3120 divided by 60. Calculate this as 52 rps. Revolutions per second, 52 rps. Angular acceleration, very easy question. Alpha is equals to omega 2 minus omega 1 divided by t. 2 pi in bracket n2 minus n1 divided by time t. 2 pi n2, what is value of n2? 52. n1 value is 20. divided by 60 2 pi into 32 sorry 16 time is 16 seconds. Time is 16 seconds. So 32 divided by 16 is 2. 2 into 2, 4 pi radian per second square. 4 pi radian per second square. Very simple question. आ गए समझ में? चलो next question. This is from semiconductor devices. In the given circuit ABC, the potential drop across two PN junctions are equal. Equal potential difference चाहिए. PN junction में first diagram में देखो. First diagram, P terminal is connected to positive terminal of external cell. N terminal is connected to negative terminal. Forward bias. This is in forward bias. Second diagram, P terminal is connected to positive terminal. P terminal is connected to negative terminal. First one is forward. Second one is reverse. Forward. First one is forward bias. And second one is reverse bias. In first diagram, in A diagram, both PN junctions are forward biased. In second diagram, B diagram, first one is forward bias, second one is reverse bias. Now, in third diagram, this is negative terminal is connected to N region, positive terminal is connected to P region, forward bias both. Both are forward bias. Means diagram A and diagram C have equal potential difference. Equal potential difference. Option number 4. Both circuits A and C have equal potential difference. Okay. Next one is a biconvex lens has radius of curvature. Biconvex, double convex lens. R1 is 20 centimeter according to rules. R2 is equal to second radius should be minus 20 centimeter. मीटर में कन्वर्ट करो 0.2 मीटर 20 centimeter divided by 100 0.2 meter. Refractive index n is equals to 1.5. Power of lens is power of formula P is equals to 1 upon R is equals to refractive index en minus 1 in bracket 1 upon R1 minus 1 upon R2. Put the values and calculate them. 1.5 minus 1 in bracket 1 upon R1 1 upon 0.2 minus 1 upon minus 0.2. 1.5 minus 1 0.5 in bracket 1 upon 0.2 minus plus 1 upon 0.2 minus minus plus 0.5 in bracket denominator is constant 0.2 1 plus 1 2 0.5 into 2 upon 0.2 is 10 10 into 0.5 5 power is plus 5d by convex lens plus 5d power. Okay, this is from optics. Next one, graph which shows the variation of de Broglie wavelength lambda of a particle and associated momentum. De Broglie wavelength, we know the formula lambda is equal to h upon p. बहुत easy question है. Lambda wavelength inversely proportional to linear momentum. Lambda inversely proportional to linear momentum. Inverse proportion का graph है, first graph. This is directly proportional graph. This is inversely proportional graph. Keep in mind. Lambda is inversely proportional to p. Graph is first graph. Next. As temperature increases, electrical resistance. एक पॉइंट ध्यान में रखो. For conductors, as temperature increases, resistance also increases. For semiconductor, temperature increases, resistance decreases. For conductors, increases. For decreases, semiconductors. As temperature increases, electrical resistance increases for conductors and decreases for semiconductors. Option number 3. Okay, chalo next question. Spherical ball, very interesting question. Look here. Spherical ball is dropped in a long column of highly viscous liquid. Long column is cylindrical vessel है ऐसा. Highly viscous liquid है. A spherical ball is dropped. Spherical drop initially at rest EV is equal to 0. when you drop it in the liquid, when you drop this spherical ball in the liquid, initially its speed increases, velocity increases. Initial speed is 0. As soon as you drop it in the liquid, its speed increases up to some velocity. After that particular velocity, its velocity becomes constant. We have to find graph from these three concepts. First of all, initial velocity is 0. In C and D, there is no velocity 0. In C and D, velocity is not 0. Velocity 0 means it should start at origin. So C and D are not our graphs. Now, initially velocity 0 in A and B. Next point, velocity increases. दोनों में increase हो रही है. A and B में velocity becomes constant. A में increase होती जा रही है continuously in straight line. In graph B, velocity increases up to particular value. After that, it becomes constant. यहाँ पे constant है velocity. Constant है. Velocity graph y axis में दिखा है velocity. तो velocity particular value तक constant increase होती जा रही है और after that it becomes constant. So graph is B graph. ऐसी concept ध्यान में रखो. Graphical question, very interesting. Dimensions: 1 in mass, 1 in length, -2 in time, -2 in current. Belong to ग्राफ कौन सा? ये डायमेंशन फॉर्मूला किस क्वांटिटी के लिए है देखना पड़ेगा. देखिए, मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स का फाइंड करेंगे फर्स्ट. मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स phi is equals to BA, B dot A cos theta. phi equal to BA, मैग्नीट्यूड में लिखेंगे तो BA. मैग्नेटिक फील्ड का डायरेक्टली नहीं फाइंड कर सकते. फोर्स का फॉर्मूला है F is equals to ILB. यहाँ से फोर्स डिवाइडेड बाय करंट इनटू लेंथ इज इक्वल्स टू B. फोर्स डिवाइडेड बाय करंट इनटू लेंथ इज इक्वल्स टू B. तो मैग्नेटिक फील्ड का फॉर्मूला लिखेंगे B इज इक्वल्स टू फोर्स डिवाइडेड बाय करंट इनटू लेंथ इनटू एरिया. फंडामेंटल यूनिट्स में लिखेंगे. फोर्स मतलब मास इनटू एक्सेलरेशन इनटू एरिया डिवाइडेड बाय करंट इनटू लेंथ. मास kg, एक्सेलरेशन का यूनिट फंडामेंटल यूनिट kg मीटर पर सेकंड स्क्वायर, एरिया मीटर स्क्वायर, करंट एम्पियर, लेंथ मीटर कैंसिल. kg मीटर स्क्वायर पर सेकंड स्क्वायर पर एम्पियर. 1 in mass, 2 in length, length 1 चाहिए. This is not our answer. 2 in length, 1 in mass नहीं है. नेक्स्ट क्वांटिटी सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस का फॉर्मूला इंड्यूस्ड ईएमएफ से आएगा E इक्वल टू L इंटू di/dt. यहाँ पे फाइंड करने के लिए हम क्या करेंगे, E इज इक्वल्स टू L इंटू करंट डिवाइडेड बाय टाइम लिखेंगे. सभी क्वांटिटीज लेफ्ट साइड में आएंगी. डिवाइडेड बाय करंट इज इक्वल्स टू L. फिर यहाँ पे देखो E इंटू T अपॉन L. इंड्यूस्ड ईएमएफ मींस पोटेंशियल का फॉर्मूला वर्क पर यूनिट चार्ज. W डिवाइडेड बाय Q, टाइम डिवाइडेड बाय करंट इज इक्वल्स टू L. L इक्वल टू वर्क मींस फोर्स इनटू डिस्प्लेसमेंट इनटू टाइम डिवाइडेड बाय चार्ज, करंट इनटू टाइम इनटू करंट. I इज इक्वल्स टू Q अपॉन T. Q इक्वल टू करंट इनटू टाइम. फंडामेंटल यूनिट्स फोर्स मास इनटू एक्सेलरेशन kg मीटर पर सेकंड स्क्वायर इनटू डिस्प्लेसमेंट मीटर टाइम सेकंड डिवाइडेड बाय करंट इनटू करंट एम्पियर स्क्वायर टाइम. ये सेकंड कैंसिल हो गया. टाइम का यूनिट सेकंड है. L इज इक्वल्स टू kg मीटर इनटू मीटर स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाय एम्पियर स्क्वायर. एक सेकंड बाकी है इसका. सेकंड स्क्वायर. इसमें भी 1 in mass, 2 in length 1 चाहिए. दिस इज आल्सो नॉट आवर आंसर. ध्यान में रखो, रिवाइज करो. नेक्स्ट थर्ड वन इज मैग्नेटिक परमिएबिलिटी μ0 है. फॉर्मूला लाएंगे मैग्नेटिक फील्ड एट द सेंटर ऑफ करंट कैरिंग सर्कुलर कॉइल μ0 I डिवाइडेड बाय 2a. is radius of circular coil, magnetic field at the center of current carrying circular coil, mu 0 I divided by 2a. ओके, सो मैग्नेटिक फील्ड का फिर फॉर्मूला यहाँ पे लिखा है हमने, B इक्वल टू फोर्स अपॉन करंट इनटू लेंथ, फोर्स अपॉन करंट इनटू लेंथ इज इक्वल टू म्यू 0 I डिवाइडेड बाय 2a. 2 की कोई जरूरत नहीं है, हमें सिर्फ फिजिकल क्वांटिटी चाहिए. फोर्स यूनिट लिखेंगे kg मीटर पर सेकंड स्क्वायर, करंट एम्पियर, लेंथ मीटर, करंट एम्पियर, लेंथ मीटर. ये मीटर मीटर कैंसिल हो गए, एम्पियर डिवीजन में आएगा, म्यू 0 केजी मीटर पर सेकंड स्क्वायर, एम्पियर स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू म्यू 0. 1 in mass, 1 in length, -2 in time, -2 in current. 1 in mass, 1 in length, -2 in time, -2 in current. Magnetic permeability is correct answer. Okay. अच्छा बहुत टाइम ले लिया. ऐसे कुछ क्वेश्चन आएंगे जो आपका बहुत सारा टाइम लेंगे. सो यू हैव टू प्रैक्टिस विथ स्पीड. एवरी क्वांटिटी शुड बी मेमोराइज्ड. हर क्वांटिटी ध्यान में रखो, रिमाइंड करो, प्रैक्टिस करो, लिखते चलो. इन हाफ वेव रेक्टिफायर, इजी क्वेश्चन है, इजी है, 5 सेकंड का क्वेश्चन है. In half wave rectification, if the input frequency is 60 Hz, then the output frequency same रहती है, कोई change नहीं frequency में, 60 Hz. Okay, next one. In the initial tension on a stretched string is doubled. If the initial tension on a stretched string is doubled, then ratio of the initial and final speeds of the transverse wave along the string is. क्या मतलब है? Law of tension. दिमाग का टेंशन नहीं, स्ट्रिंग का टेंशन आई. इफ द टेंशन on a stretched string is doubled, fundamental frequency n2 divided by n1, fundamental frequency directly proportional to square root of tension in the string, n2 upon n1 is equal to square root of t2 divided by t1. ये नहीं बताया हमें. We have to solve. Initial tension and final tension, final speeds of transverse wave, then the ratio of the initial and final speeds. स्पीड का क्वेश्चन है, कहाँ जा रहे हैं? Speed in the transverse wave is equals to square root of t divided by m. T is tension in the string, m is mass per unit length. T is tension in the string, m is mass per unit length. Velocity or speed is directly proportional to square root of tension. Initial speed and final speed is equals to square root of t1 divided by t2. v1 velocity, v1 upon v2 is equal to initial tension is t1, new tension is doubled. 2 times t1, t1 cancel, 1 upon square root 2. Answer is option number 3. Very easy question. नेक्स्ट, नोट करते चलो, नहीं तो स्क्रीनशॉट लो, रिवाइज करो. शेल ऑफ मास m is at rest initially. It explodes into 3 fragments having mass in the ratio 2:2:1 if the fragments having equal mass fly off along mutually perpendicular direction with the speed v. The speed of the third fragment is. क्या है? Law of conservation of linear momentum. Law of conservation of linear momentum. Masses are in the ratio of 2:2:1. The common multiple is m. Then masses are initial masses ratio given 2:2:1. If masses, if common multiple is m, then masses are 2m, 2m, m. Okay, here 2 particles are moving mutually perpendicular to each other. Initial momentum, according to law of conservation of linear momentum, p1 equal to p2, initial velocity 0, p1 equal to 0. Final momentum is, final momentum में लिखेंगे mass into velocity, m1 v1, mass into velocity m2v2 प्लस ये दोनों परपेंडिकुलर डायरेक्शन में है, परपेंडिकुलर है, प्लस मास इनटू वेलोसिटी m3v3. Two equal masses particle जे है, if the fragments having equal masses of fly along the mutually perpendicular direction, जिन दोनों पार्टिकल का मास सेम है वो दोनों म्यूचुअल परपेंडिकुलर डायरेक्शन में भाग रहे हैं. m1 and m2 are moving perpendicular to each other. Now m1v1 plus m2v2 परपेंडिकुलर है. परपेंडिकुलर का रिजल्टेंट फाइंड करना इंपॉर्टेंट है. m3v3 इधर लाएंगे, मॉड में लेंगे m3v3. ओके, इनका रिजल्टेंट क्या है? इफ टू पार्टिकल्स आर मूविंग म्यूचुअली परपेंडिकुलर टू ईच अदर, देन द रिजल्टेंट इज, इफ पार्टिकल इज a vector a and vector b, both are moving perpendicular to each other, the resultant is square root of a square plus b square. Square root a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Theta 90 डिग्री दोनों में का एंगल, cos 90 की वैल्यू 0. m3v3 is equal to square root of m1v1 bracket square plus m2v2 bracket square. Put these values. दोनों का रिजल्टेंट परपेंडिकुलर डायरेक्शन में जा रहे हैं, तो रिजल्टेंट m1v1 स्क्वायर प्लस m2v2 स्क्वायर. m1 की वैल्यू 2m है, वेलोसिटी v ब्रैकेट स्क्वायर 2m वेलोसिटी v ब्रैकेट स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ m3v3 mv3, मास m है 2m ब्रैकेट स्क्वायर 4m स्क्वायर v स्क्वायर प्लस 4m स्क्वायर v स्क्वायर. m into v3 is equal to square root of 8m square v square, 8m square v square, square root ले लो. m into v3 is equal to 8 का square root 4 into 2, 2 square root 2, mv, मास कैंसिल, v3 equal to 2 square root 2v. Here it's twist, म्यूचुअली परपेंडिकुलर डायरेक्शन में भाग रहे दो पार्टिकल, तो इनका रिजल्टेंट है r इज इक्वल टू स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ a स्क्वायर प्लस b स्क्वायर, m1v1 स्क्वायर प्लस m2v2 स्क्वायर. रिजल्टेंट ऑफ टू वेक्टर का फॉर्मूला यूज किया है. आया समझ में? ओके, चलो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. टू ऑब्जेक्ट्स ऑफ मासेस 10 kg and 20 kg respectively are connected to the two ends of rigid rod of length 10 meter with negligible mass. Distance of the center of mass of the system from 10 kg mass is. Center of mass की concept बहुत easy question है. ये origin पे एक पार्टिकल है 10 kg का, connected to the ends of rigid rod. rigid rod की लेंथ है 10 मीटर. 10 मीटर मतलब ये आया 10 0 पे. वन डायमेंशनल ज्योमेट्री यूज करेंगे. वन डायमेंशन में दिस पार्टिकल इज एट 0, दिस पार्टिकल इज एट 10 मीटर. वन डायमेंशन, दिस इज एट 0, दिस इज एट 10 मीटर. सेकंड पार्टिकल का मास है 20 kg. सेंटर ऑफ मास, x center of mass is equals to m1 x1 plus m2 x2 divided by m1 plus total mass m1 plus m2. m1 x1, m1 mass 10 into x1 0 plus m2 20 into x2 10 divided by m1 plus m2 10 plus 20 0. 200 divided by 30, 20 upon 3, 20 upon 3, 20 upon 3. बहुत इजी क्वेश्चन पेपर था 2022. If soap bubble expands, pressure inside the bubble decreases, increases, remains same. कैसा है देखेंगे. Pressure inside, excess pressure inside, Pi minus Po equal to, for soap bubble 40 divided by R. R is the radius. Excess pressure Pi minus Po inversely proportional to radius. एक्सपेंशन, रेडियस इंक्रीज हो गई, रेडियस इंक्रीज हो गई तो एक्सेस प्रेशर इनसाइड डिक्रीज हो गया. एक्सेस प्रेशर इंक्रीज, रेडियस इंक्रीज हो गई, प्रेशर डिक्रीज हो गया. रेडियस डिक्रीज हो गई तो प्रेशर इंक्रीज होता है. इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल डिक्रीजेस. नेक्स्ट वन, इलेक्ट्रिक लिफ्ट. इलेक्ट्रिक लिफ्ट, लॉज ऑफ मोशन से क्वेश्चन है. एंड फ्रिक्शन. इलेक्ट्रिक लिफ्ट विद अ मैक्सिमम लोड ऑफ मास गिवन, मास इज 2000 kg. moving up with a speed of velocity v equal to 1.5 meter per second, the frictional force, F, force of friction is equals to 3000 Newton. Minimum power delivered by the motor to the lift in watt is minimum power. Power का formula P is equals to force given velocity given F dot V. P is equals to FV. Force and velocity का प्रोडक्ट है. देखिए यहाँ पे फोर्स एंड वेलोसिटी, फोर्स टोटल फोर्स चाहिए हमें. नेट फोर्स इज इक्वल्स टू मास इनटू एक्सेलरेशन, फोर्स ऑफ लिफ्ट प्लस फोर्स ऑफ फ्रिक्शन. नेट फोर्स, लिफ्ट का नेट फोर्स, मास इनटू एक्सेलरेशन ऑफ मास ऑफ लिफ्ट एंड पैसेंजर इनटू एक्सेलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी प्लस फोर्स ऑफ फ्रिक्शन mg क्या है 2000 इंटू g 10 प्लस fs 3000 20,000 plus 3000. Net force is 23,000. Use this force in the formula. F net 23,000 into velocity 1.5 multiplication आएगा 34,500. Power is 34,500. Net force on the lift is force due to mass and force of friction. Net force. Power का formula है, if force and velocity is given, P equal to FV. चलो next question. Angle between the electric line of force and the equipotential surface always 90 degree. Normal रहते हैं. Equipotential surface and electric lines of force are normal to electric lines of force are normal to equipotential surface. 90 degree angle. Electric lines of force are normal to equipotential surface. Next, when two monochromatic lights of frequency nu and nu upon 2 are incident on the photoelectric metal, the stopping potential becomes Vs upon 2 and Vs respectively. The threshold frequency of this metal is stopping potential का formula. EVS is equals to H nu minus H nu 0. Okay. EVS is equal to H into nu minus nu 0. फर्स्ट केस यूज करेंगे. फर्स्ट केस क्या है? इज इलेक्ट्रिक चार्ज, इलेक्ट्रॉन चार्ज. Vs is stopping potential क्या है? फर्स्ट Vs upon 2. फर्स्ट स्टॉपिंग पोटेंशियल Vs upon 2 is equal to H into given frequency. फर्स्ट केस क्या है? nu minus nu 0. सेकंड केस E into stopping potential is Vs is equal to H into frequency given is nu upon 2 minus nu 0. Equation 1 and equation 2 दोनों का रेशियो लीजिए. इक्वेशन 1 एंड 2 रेशियो E कैंसिल हो गया, Vs कैंसिल हो गया. EVS divided by 2 divided by EVS is equals to H in bracket nu minus nu 0 divided by H in bracket nu upon 2 minus nu 0. E cancel, Vs cancel, 1 upon 2, H cancel, nu minus nu 0, nu upon 2 minus nu 0. Cross multiplication है. Nu upon 2 minus nu 0 is equals to 2 nu minus 2 nu 0 minus nu 0 plus 2 nu 0 is equals to 2 nu minus nu upon 2. Subtraction is nu 0, threshold frequency 2, 4 minus 1, 3 nu upon 2. Threshold frequency is 3 nu upon 2. बहुत इजी क्वेश्चन, ध्यान में रखो. इस चैप्टर का बहुत इजी क्वेश्चन होता है. दो चार फार्मूले ध्यान में रखो. यूज कैसा करते, थोड़ा सा एडिशन सब्ट्रैक्शन के कंसेप्ट क्लियर करो, इजीली सॉल्व हो जाएगा. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. लॉन्ग सोलेनॉइड ऑफ रेडियस 1 मिलीमीटर हैज 100 टर्न्स पर मिलीमीटर. नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स पर मिनट लेंथ दिए है. रेडियस r is equals to 1 millimeter, 1 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. 100 turns per millimeter, number of turns per unit length, 100 per millimeter. 100 divided by 10 raised to minus 3 is equals to ऊपर जाएगा 10 raised to 5 per meter. 10 raised to 5 turns per meter. Current is given I is equals to 1 ampere. The magnetic field strength at the center of the solenoid is magnetic field strength का formula B is equals to mu 0 into Ni. Mu 0 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7, number of turns per unit length 10 raised to 5 into current 1. 4 pi 4 into pi 3.14 into 10 raised to minus 2. Multiplication 56 12 into 10 raised to minus 2. 12.56 10 raised to minus 2 Tesla. Magnetic field at the center of solenoid. Easy, बहुत easy question. In the given nuclear reaction, element X is positron is removed. Positron removed, atomic number decreases by 1, no change in mass. Atomic number decreases by 1, no change in mass. Minus 1 करो, 10 आएगा. Neon का है? Neon. 10, 22. Atomic number decreases by 1, positron exit हुआ, positron remove हुआ. Given below are two statements. Biot-Savart's law gives us expression for the magnetic field strength of an infinitesimal current element ideal of a current carrying conductor only. Okay, first one is Biot-Savart's law. Biot-Savart's law gives the magnetic field dB is equals to mu 0 into I dl sin theta divided by r square. It is for very small, infinitely carrying conductor, magnetic field is given. Next one. Biot-Savart's law is an analogous to Coulomb's law. Coulomb's inverse square law, charge q, with the former being related to the field produced by a scalar source ideal, while the latter being produced by a vector source q. No. Second one is wrong. Biot-Savart's law analogous to, it is the generalization of Ampere's circuitry law. Okay. Statement I, one is correct and statement 2 is incorrect. Next one. Ratio of the radius of gyration of thin uniform disk about an axis passing through its center. Disk का formula IC is equals to mr square divided by 2 is equal to m k1 square radius of gyration about this axis, and about the diameter disk का moment of inertia about diameter mr square divided by 4 is equal to m k2 square. दोनों का रेशियो लीजिए, mr square divided by 2 divided by mr square divided by 4 is equals to k1 square divided by k2 square. mr square cancel, for न्यूमरेटर में जाएगा 4/2 is equal to k1 square upon k2 square. 2 स्क्वायर रूट ले लीजिए, k1 square upon k2 square is equals to 2/1 square root, k1 upon k2 is equal to square root of 2/1. Okay, next one. Peak voltage of AC source is equal to RMS value and peak value. EMF. ERMS is equals to E0 divided by square root 2. This is peak value. E0 equal to square root 2 into ERMS. डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन है, बहुत इजी क्वेश्चन है, डायरेक्ट फॉर्मूला बेस्ड क्वेश्चन. So study with basic level concept. You have to study basic concept easily. ERMS equal to E0 upon square root 2, E0 equal to square root 2 into ERMS. Direct formula है. Next, energy that will be ideally radiated by 100 kilowatt transmitter in 1 hour is energy और power का formula. Power P is equals to work per unit time, work months. Energy work is equals to power into time. पावर की वैल्यू है 100 किलोवाट into time 1 hour. 100 किलो 10 raised to 3 watt into hour 3600 सेकंड. कैलकुलेशन करो 2 3 4 36 into 40 10 raised to 7. 36 into 10 raised to 7 joule. Watt second is joule. Watt second equivalent to joule. Here double slit experiment. Student observes 8 fringes in a certain segment of screen when a monochromatic light initial wavelength is lambda 1 is equal to 600 nanometer. If the wavelength of light is changed to a number of fringes n1 equal to 8, wavelength lambda 2 is equals to 400 nanometer, number of fringes n2 is equals to fringe width constant रखिए यहाँ पे fringe width constant, therefore fringe width का formula है beta equal to n lambda capital D divided by small d. Beta 1 is equals to beta 2 n1 lambda 1 capital D divided by small d is equals to n2 lambda 2 capital D divided by small d. This arrangement kept constant. Capital D and small d values are not given. Then n1 is 8 fringes into lambda 1 600, n2 is not given. Lambda 2 is equal to 400. Here 2 is equals to 12 fringes into equal to 12 fringes. डायरेक्ट एंड इजी क्वेश्चन है. बैंडविड्थ का फ्रिंज विड्थ का फार्मूला ध्यान में रखिए. Square loop of side 1 meter and resistance 1 ohm is placed in a magnetic field 0.5 Tesla. If the plane of loop is perpendicular to the direction of the magnetic field, the magnetic flux through the loop is magnetic flux phi is equals to N B A. Number of turns and area given. Magnetic flux का फार्मूला देखिए यहाँ पे phi is equals to B dot A और n number of turns n b dot a n b a cos theta. If loop is perpendicular theta equal to 0. Theta is angle between normal to area vector and magnetic field. This is not theta equal to 90 degree perpendicular given है. Normal to area vector means perpendicular और magnetic field दोनों का angle 0 होगा. Normal to area vector is perpendicular to magnetic field. Normal to area vector. Therefore, angle theta is equal to 0 degree, not 90 degree. Theta is not 90 degree. Theta is 0 degree. Loop perpendicular, angle between normal to area vector and magnetic field. Therefore, put the values. Number of turns is given. Square loop of side 1 meter, resistance 1 ohm, placed in magnetic field of 0.5 Tesla, area, side square, length square, then phi is equals to number of turns not given, 0.5 into 1, phi is equal to 0.5 Weber. Direct question. Next. Two resistors of resistances 100 ohm and 200 ohm are connected in parallel. In parallel, potential difference is constant. Potential difference V is constant. Okay. The ratio of thermal energy का formula, thermal energy or heat का formula जो है H is equals to V square T divided by R. If potential difference is constant, V square T divided by R. H is inversely proportional to radius. Thermal energy H1 divided by H2 is equal to inversely proportional resistance R2 upon R1. R2 की वैल्यू 200, R1 की वैल्यू है 100, 2 divided by 1. H1 divided by H2 equal to 2 upon 1. चलो next question. The ratio of the distance traveled by the free falling body in the first, second, third and fourth second is. Distance का formula kinematical equation use करो. S is equals to ut plus half at square u is 0, initial velocity 0. In free falling body, s is equals to half into gt square. Acceleration due to gravity on free falling body is g. Then for first second, in first second, half into g into 1 square is equal to g upon 2. Distance travelled in total 2 seconds. In 2 seconds, g into 2 square is equal to 4g divided by 2. Distance travelled in total 3 seconds. Half into g into time 3 put karo, 3 square 9g divided by 2. Distance travelled in 4 seconds. Half into g into 4 square is equals to 16g divided by 2. This is not our answer. We have to find distance travelled in first, second, third second and fourth second. This is distance travelled in first second. It is correct. h1 is equal to g upon 2. Now distance in second is h2 is equal to distance in total 2 seconds minus distance in 1 second. Distance is 2 seconds minus distance in 1 second. We will get distance in second. 4g upon 2 minus g upon 2, 3g upon 2. Distance in third second. Distance in total 3 seconds minus distance in 2 seconds. We will get distance in third second. 9g upon 2 minus 4g upon 2, 5g upon 2. Distance in fourth second is equals to 9g. Distance in total 4 seconds minus distance in third second. 16g upon 2, 9g upon 2, 7g divided by 2. Take the ratio of these values. G upon 2, g upon 2, g upon 2 cancel hoga. 1, 3, 5, 7. 1 is to 3 is to 5 is to 7. Law of odd distances. Law of odd numbers. Odd distances मिलते ध्यान में रखो. अगर रट लिया अच्छा हुआ, नहीं तो दिस मेथड से सॉल्व करो. Body of mass 60 gram experiences a gravitational force of 3 Newton when placed at a particular point. The magnitude of gravitational field intensity at that point is gravitational field intensity I is equal to gm divided by r square. Gm divided by r square. Gravitational field intensity gm divided by r square. Body of mass 60 gram is given. फोर्स का फार्मूला यूज करेंगे. फोर्स का फार्मूला न्यूटन्स लॉ जी एम डिवाइडेड बाय आर स्क्वायर. बिकॉज masses are given, mass and force is given. Force है 3 न्यूटन इज इक्वल टू gm डिवाइडेड बाय आर स्क्वायर साइड में रखो इनटू मास है 60 ग्राम. स्मॉल m ऑब्जेक्ट का मास 60 ग्राम है, उसको केजी में करो. 60 इंटू 10 रेज़ टू माइनस 3 किलोग्राम. 60 into 10 raised to minus 3 किलोग्राम. 60 into 10 raised to minus 3 kg है, रखो ऐसा. This is gravitational field intensity 3 divided by 60 into 10 raised to minus 3 is equal to gravitational field intensity 120 10 raised to minus 3 ऊपर गया 1000 प्लस होगा 1000 divided by 20 is equals to I 50 Newton per kg. Gravitational field intensity dimensionally equivalent to acceleration due to gravity. Gravitational field intensity dimensionally equivalent to acceleration due to gravity. Okay. Light ray falls on glass surface of refractive index √3 at an angle of 60 degree. Angle between the refracted and reflected rays would be. Reflected and refracted rays जो है उनमें का reflected and refracted ray दोनों में से एंगल फाइंड करना है दोनों रे के बीच में का. ओके, दिस इज इंसिडेंट रे, reflected ray, refracted ray, incident angle. It is also incident angle equivalent. This is angle of refraction. Light ray falls on a glass surface of refractive index √3 at an angle of 60 degree. This is 60 degree. This is also 60 degree. This is 30 degree. दिस एंगल अगर मिल गया तो 30 प्लस this angle, we will get angle between refracted and reflected rays. Now see, angle between reflected and refracted rays. So Snell's law is n equal to sin I divided by sin r. N equal to sin I divided by sin r. Refractive index is root 3 is equal to sin 60 divided by sin r. Sin r equal to sin 60 into 1 upon root 3. sin 60 की वैल्यू आई root 3 divided by 2 into 1 upon root 3 cancel. sin r is equals to 1 upon 2. r is equals to angle of refraction is equals to 30 degree. This is angle 30 degree. This angle is 60 degree. कितना हो गया टोटल 30 प्लस 60 90 डिग्री 90 डिग्री 90 डिग्री ओके नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन when light propagates through a material medium of relative permittivity epsilon r and relative permeability mu r the velocity of light v is given by velocity of light v is फार्मूला रट के रखो ध्यान में रखो रट के रखो ये फार्मूला v is equal to c divided by square root of epsilon r mu r. Velocity v equal to c speed of light v velocity of wave v is given by velocity of light v in terms of electromagnetic wave c divided by square root of epsilon r mu r. Two hollow conducting pairs of radii r1 and r2 have equal charges. The potential would be potential v is equals to r1 greater than r2 have equal charges q चार्ज इक्वल है रेडियस r1 है रेडियस r2 है चार्ज अगर इक्वल है तो पोटेंशियल का फॉर्मूला v इक्वल टू 1/4 पाई एप्सिलॉन 0 चार्ज डिवाइडेड बाय r. Potential is inversely proportional to r. Potential is inversely proportional to r. So radius of sphere 1 is more. Radius of sphere 1 is more. Potential of sphere 2. Potential of sphere 2 is more than potential of sphere 1. V2 greater than V1. Inverse proportional. Potential and radius inversely proportional. Next one. Copper wire of length 10 meter radius. Copper wire of length L is equals to 10 meter. Copper wire radius r is equals to 10 raised to minus 2 divided by square root of x. Square root pi करो इधर square root pi. Meter has electrical resistance capital R is equals to 10 ohm. Current density in the wire for electric strength of 10 volt per meter is. Current density in the wire for an electric field strength. Current density I is equals to current density current per unit area. We have to find current per unit area for electric field E is equals to 10 volt per meter. Current per unit area, current divided by area. Current का फार्मूला current I is equals to V divided by R. I is equals to Ohm's law V divided by R. Area का फार्मूला pi r square. रेडियस एंड रेजिस्टेंस सिमिलर सिंबल्स आए हैं यहाँ पे हम स्मॉल r लिखेंगे रेडियस स्मॉल r रेजिस्टेंस कैपिटल R pi r square. Potential is not given but electric field E is equals to potential per unit length magnitude में E equal to V upon L. So V is equals to electric field into length E into length divided by resistance into pi r square. Put all values 10 into length 10 divided by resistance 10 into pi into radius 10 raised to minus 2 divided by square root pi bracket square. 10 has been cancelled. 10 divided by 10 raised to minus 2, 10 raised to minus 2 का square 10 raised to minus 4 divided by pi. Pi cancel. Numerator में जाएगा 10 raised to 5. 10 raised to 5. Current density, current per unit area, current upon area. Ohm's law, V upon R, area pi R square. Okay. Next one is displacement time graph. The displacement time graph. Two moving particles make an angle of 30 degree and 45 degree with x-axis as shown in figure. The ratio of their respective velocities is. Displacement time graph shows. Look here. Displacement time graph shows velocity. Velocity equal to displacement upon time. Velocity is equals to. Velocity is equals to slope. Velocity is equal to slope of graph. Slope is equals to tan theta. Slope is equal to tan theta. The ratio of their respective velocities is. First one is velocity v1 is equals to tan theta 1 means tan 30. Tan 30 is equals to 1 upon root 3. Next one is v2. v2 is equals to tan 45. Tan 45 is equals to 1. v1 divided by v2 is equals to 1 upon root 3 divided by 1 is equals to 1 upon root 3. दोनों ग्राफ का स्लोप मीन्स वेलोसिटी. डिस्प्लेसमेंट टाइम ग्राफ में वेलोसिटी इज इक्वल टू स्लोप ऑफ द ग्राफ. स्लोप इज इक्वल टू tan थीटा. प्लेन एंगल एंड सॉलिड एंगल है. प्लेन एंगल रेडियन. सॉलिड एंगल का यूनिट है स्टेरेडियन. बोथ हैव यूनिट बट नो डायमेंशंस. Let T1 and T2 be the energy of electron. E1 and E2 be the energy of electron. Energy of electron in first and second excited state. E1 and E2. Energy of electron in first and second excited state. First excited state means N is equals to excited state where N is equals to 2. Second orbit. And second excited state is N is equals to 3. According to Bohr's model of an atom, energy inversely proportional to E1, energy inversely proportional to square of principal quantum number, energy inversely proportional to square of principal quantum number, n2 square divided by n1 square. Energy inversely proportional to square of principal quantum number. E1 upon E2, n2 square upon n1 square. n2 means second energy orbit. 3 square. n1 means first energy orbit. 2 square. 9 divided by 4. 9 divided by 4. यहाँ पे डायमेंशन फाइंड करें. ग्रेविटेशनल कांस्टेंट जी का डायमेंशन फाइंड करने के लिए G इक्वल टू GM डिवाइडेड बाय R स्क्वायर. एक्सेलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी का फॉर्मूला यूज करेंगे. G R स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाय मास M इज इक्वल टू कैपिटल G. एक्सेलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी यूनिट मीटर पर सेकंड स्क्वायर. मीटर स्क्वायर मास kg. G acceleration meter per second square unit, meter square mass kg. Length mass time length 3 mass kg minus 1 time minus 2 length 3 A match with 2. A and 2. This is only in one formula. Gravitational potential energy. Potential energy म्हणजेच work done. Potential energy equal to force into displacement work. force into displacement, force kg meter per second square, displacement meter kg meter square per second square, length mass time, length 2 mass 1 time minus 2, length 2 mass 1 time minus 2, fourth one B and fourth one C. Gravitational potential, gravitational intensity. Gravitational intensity means equal to acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity, meter per second square. ट्रिक में सॉल्व करो, ट्रिक में gravitational intensity means acceleration due to gravity is equal to unit meter per second square, 1 in mass minus 2 in length. Third one B and 3, B and 3, और option is 2. Okay, confusion है कुछ? No. Two pendulums of length 121 cm, 100 cm starts vibrating at phase. Some instant two are at their mean positions in the same phase. Minimum number of vibrations of the shorter pendulum after which two are again in phase at the mean position. Time period का formula simple pendulum का T equal to simple pendulum 2 pi into square root of L divided by Z. Frequency N equal to 1 upon 2 pi square root of G divided by L. Frequency inversely proportional to square root of length. N1 divided by N2 is equal to square root of L2 divided by L1. N1 divided by N2 is equal to square root of L2 100, L1 121. N1 divided by N2 is equals to 10 divided by 11. Cross multiplication 11 N1 is equals to 10 N2. Shorter pendulum कौन सा है? फ्रीक्वेंसी N2 वाला. N2 इक्वल टू 11 N1. N2 के कितने चक्कर होंगे? N2 के 10 चक्कर होंगे. शॉर्टर पेंडुलम के 10 चक्कर होंगे और लॉन्गर पेंडुलम के 11 चक्कर होंगे. तो दोनों अगेन फेज में आएंगे. एरिया ऑफ द रेक्टेंगुलर फील्ड ई 55.3 and break to 85 meter after rounding of the value of correct significant figure. राउंड ऑफ करना है, राउंड ऑफ करना है, राउंड ऑफ करना है करेक्ट सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर में. दोनों का मल्टीप्लिकेशन लो 55.3 into 25 75 32 31138. राउंड ऑफ करना है, राउंड ऑफ करना है मिनिमम 2 डिजिट्स में. मिनिमम 2 डिजिट्स में क्यों? Minimum number of digits in the given values is 2. Therefore, we have to round off it into minimum 2 digits. Minimum 2 digits. पहले डेसिमल पॉइंट तो शिफ्ट रखो. डेसिमल पॉइंट यहाँ पर लिख लिया. ओके. और वैल्यू इज एरिया इज इक्वल्स टू 1382.5. यहाँ से डेसिमल पॉइंट हमें 2 डिजिट तक लाना है. एरिया इज इक्वल्स टू 1 और 2 13.82 into 10 raised to 2. लेकिन we have to round off 8. 8 रिमूव करो. 8 रिमूव करते समय if it is the number greater than 5 or greater than 5 or greater than 5, then skip this number and increase previous number by 1. 14 into 10 raised to 2. This is the rounding off. Easy है. राउंड ऑफ करते समय अगर डेसिमल पॉइंट शिफ्ट कर रहे हैं, डेसिमल पॉइंट शिफ्ट कर रहे हैं, करना पड़ेगा. 2 डिजिट तक लाना है हमें आंसर. मिनिमम 2 डिजिट गिवन क्वेश्चन में मिनिमम 2 डिजिट नंबर है. यहाँ पे आंसर में भी 2 डिजिट नंबर आना चाहिए. 2 डिजिट तक लाते वक्त अगर 8 ये जो नंबर है लास्ट नंबर विच आर वे आर स्किपिंग, दिस नंबर इज ग्रेटर देन 5, देन स्किप दिस नंबर एंड इंक्रीज प्रीवियस नंबर बाय 1. 14 into 10 raised to 2. Ball is projected with velocity 10 meter per second at an angle of 60 degree with the vertical direction, speed at the highest point of the ball of trajectory. Speed at the highest point. Projected with the vertical angle. This is theta equal to 60 degree. We have to find angle with x-axis. This is 30 degree angle. Velocity at highest point की velocity जो है this is u cos theta, this is u sin theta, this is u cos theta. Vertical component is 0. Vertical component is 0. Therefore, velocity at highest point is equals to u cos theta. Initial velocity is 10 into cos 30. 10 into cos 30 is root 3 upon 2. Pi root 3. Pi root 3. Pi root 3 is the answer. At highest point, vertical component is 0. Velocity is moving. At highest point, only horizontal component is left. Next, truth table for the given logic circuit is, look here, if it is y1, y2, final answer is y, a, b, y1 में क्या है, a negation भी चाहिए हमें, a naught, y1 equal to a and b का a dot b इसका negation, negation करता है negation, a dot b, then a dot b का negation है y1, y2 में क्या आएगा, a bar dot b bar, a bar dot b इसका negation. Finally c is equals to y1 dot y2. y1 dot y2. c equal to y1 dot y2. a में क्या इनपुट है 0 0 1 1 0 1 0 1, a bar 1 1 0 0 not. Y is equals to a dot b, 0 0 0 1, a dot b bar 1 1 1 0, a dot b और उसका negation a dot b, a bar dot b का 0 उसका negation 1 1 negation 0 0 negation 1 1 negation 0 और दोनों का प्रोडक्ट 1 0 0 0. वन और वन है, वन और वन, वन मल्टीप्लीकेशन में if in multiplication if one of the input is 0, output is 0, if all the inputs are high or 1, output is 1. इसका input 1 1 1 output 1 1 1 output 1. Next, from Ampere's circuital law, long straight wire of circular cross section carrying steady current, the variation of the magnetic field inside and outside region of the wire is linearly decreasing function of distance up to the boundary, then linearly increasing one for the outside region. बाउंड्री तक डिक्रीज होगा, आफ्टर बाउंड्री आउटसाइड द रीजन इंक्रीज होगा. सीरीज एलसीआर सर्किट, इंडक्टर्स 10 हेनरी, कैपेसिटेंस 10 माइक्रो, रेजिस्टेंस 50 ओम is connected to and source of voltage V equal to 200 sin 100t. If the resonance frequency for LCR is V1 and the frequency of the AC source is given V is equals to 200 sin 100t. Compare it with is equals to 200 sine 2 pi nt. 2 pi nt is equals to 100t, t cancel, n is equals to 100 divided by 2 pi is equals to 50, 50 divided by pi. This is frequency of AC source, frequency of AC source given in the question. Now, frequency of AC source is 50 upon pi. Only one question, only one answer. Frequency of AC source is 50 upon pi. Threshold frequency calculate करो 1 upon 2 pi into square root of LC. इस फॉर्मूला से कैलकुलेट करो थ्रेशोल्ड फ्रीक्वेंसी. थ्रेशोल्ड फ्रीक्वेंसी दोनों सेम आएगा. नेक्स्ट वन, 2 point charges minus q plus q are placed at distance L as shown in figure. Magnitude of the electric field intensity at distance varies at distance r. Along axis magnitude of magnetic field electric field E is equals to magnitude of electric field intensity E is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into 2p divided by r cube along axis. Capital R cube, inversely proportional to square root of R cube. Given below two statements, one is labeled as assertion and other is labeled as a reason. Stretching of spring determined by the shear modulus of stretching of a spring is determined by the shear modulus of the material of the spring. Yes, correct. Coil spring of copper has more tensile strength than the steel spring, same dimensions. Also, coil spring of copper has same dimensions बोलता है नहीं, less dimensions copper का. Okay. Big circular coil of 1000 turns and average radius of 10 meter is rotating about its horizontal diameter 2 radian per second. If the vertical component of Earth's magnetic field at place 2 into 10 raised to minus 5 Tesla and electrical resistance is given by 12.56, then the maximum induced current I in the coil will be. मैक्सिमम करंट चाहिए, मैक्सिमम ईएमएफ का फॉर्मूला है, मैक्सिमम करंट चाहिए, मैक्सिमम ईएमएफ का फॉर्मूला, मैक्सिमम ईएमएफ NBA ओमेगा. Number of turns 1000. Magnetic field 2 into 10 raised to minus 5. Area of the coil Emax I E equal to I into R, current into resistance. Area average radius pi r square into ओमेगा. वैल्यूज पुट करो. करंट नहीं मालूम, रेजिस्टेंस है, resistance 12.56 is equals to 2 into 10 raised to minus 3 into pi 3.14 into average radius है 10 meter 10 square into omega 2. I is equals to 10 raised to minus 1 2 into 3.14 into 2 into 10 raised to minus 1 divided by 12.56. 4 cancel. I is equals to 10 raised to minus 1. कुछ तो गड़बड़ हो रहा है. E is equals to Emax is equal to I into R is equals to NBA omega. Current into resistance R is equals to NBA pi R square into omega. Current I into resistance 12.56 is equals to number of turns 10 raised to 3 into magnetic field 2 into 10 raised to minus 5 into pi 3.14 into 10 square into omega 2. 10 raised to 3, 10 raised to 2, 10 raised to minus 5 cancel हो गए. I into 12.56 is equals to 2 into 3.14 into 2, 12.56. 1 ampere. So this is question paper. Look at carefully. Solution देखो. कुछ डाउट है कमेंट बॉक्स में लिखो, कुछ सजेशन है कमेंट बॉक्स में लिखो. ओके, थैंक यू.